Tell me something, girl.
I don't know the words, but I'll sing along.
What?
Elliot,
What?
you all right?
Are you breaking my house?
What happened? He's
Oh.
falling.
Over my ottoman. Wait.
In the
Oh, he's just
other
breaking my
room. Elliot,
my
what?
marital photo frame.
Elliot. Oh,
Tried to sneak around like a little squirrel through my living room, and the bearded beauty knocked over some
He
shit.
sent me an email today, and he signed it BB.
B.
Well, my problem now is I'm out of breath.
What else is new?
I like how you ran all the way around when you could have just turned left.
Well, I have a
There's a leg of the table.
I have a leg right here. I don't
he's
think
like
I
a
can get
UPS
around.
truck. He can only
These pants are
make,
pretty tight, so it's a little tough for me to like step
Left
over
turn,
things.
right
Yes.
It'd be a right for me, a left for Chad.
Oh, right.
Well, or just a big left.
I actually do need a second to catch my breath.
We are recording, just
We are.
FYI.
Yep.
We are recording.
I tell you what, welcome back.
Chad, that's too much radio voice.
Nope, that's what you're gonna get.
No,
now
no,
that we
no.
got one of these microphones.
We need no. We
this-
need more normal person voices.
Ooh.
So you're telling me I should do it then?
No. Cut the shit.
So we're back.
Hey, we're back.
Episode 5.
Episode 5. Although Elliot's looking at us because remember he told us, "Hey, let's not say the episode."
Let's-
at the front. No,
Ooh.
but this one does have to go.
This
in,
one
order.
this one
Yeah.
is a defined episode 5
Yeah.
because I don't know if we want to say what the topic is. It has a thing that it needs to be in front of.
Oh yeah, and
Right.
we're also gonna have to send this one out early, I guess, to get it so people can listen to it.
Yeah.
With
Well,
our
we-
Yeah,
topic.
got
We
the
have a
time
plan.
worked
Ooh.
It's a plan. It's
Right.
all
Nice
it's
to
all
know
scheduled.
that I don't know the plan, so not the royal we.
out. There's never 3 out of 3 who are on
No,
the same page.
I mean that's a nice thing.
But there is
like,
a common denominator that always knows what's going on, isn't there? Somebody always knows.
God, this pod is the same thing every week, isn't it?
man.
All right. Anyway, so let's start. Are we? Can we start?
We have started.
Oh, that
Oh
was.
yeah, we're
right.
Yeah, we started. It's
All
a
right.
conversational pod.
All right. So who are we? Where are we? Why are we?
Oh yeah, we're at my house. Hello everybody,
We
welcome
are.
to my home. For those of you watching on YouTube, you can see my liquor cabinet. That's now more decorative than purposeful.
Why is that, Chad?
1, I'm on the whole 30.
Well,
2, I'm getting old. Those bottles
old
used
30.
to shift more often. Now they stay in the same spot.
There's a lot of dust.
well, it looks
collecting
good.
now.
You look refined. You have a lot of different kinds of whiskey. Some valuable bottles up there.
Check Elliot's bag before he leaves.
Also, a feature we're gonna call it of being at
Ooh.
Chad's house. There, we just found out there's a giant radio antenna
Right.
Yes, like
Feet.
a mile away,
feet from Chad's house.
on
Yeah.
top of a hill.
So we wanted to start recording this podcast, maybe an hour ago?
Well, we had to troubleshoot a bit.
But we've been
Yeah.
fiddling with the tech.
We've been
New
learning.
mics. We're on new mics. We're
Oh,
on
yes.
a whole set of new
we
equipment.
have invested, some would say, too
Moderately.
heavily
Yeah.
in this hobby of ours.
Right. It's like
Adequately.
when you're, not a very great athlete, but you decide you need like all the top of
You
the
need the
line
best
stuff,
shoes.
and then you just look like more of an asshole
Well,
when you're out there on the
Well,
field.
it's funny
and you don't
because we
play well.
got really good shoes, but some cheap shoelaces.
Yeah.
is kind of what we've been experiencing today.
yeah.
So-
So if you're hearing a slight buzz or maybe some sweet sounds of country music,
Country music.
it's because our fairly cheap XLR cables are actually, what'd you say, Chad?
turning into a antenna.
They have created an
Antennae.
antenna
Yeah.
that's helping
Yeah.
to pick up the radio.
So
frequencies.
welcome back to 90.9, Boston's premier country station.
I texted
Yes.
my wife and said, we're having some mic issues. You might hear some country music next episode. And she said, yuck, country.
I like country, by the way.
You're telling me we
And
just
some of our
lost one
fans, I'm
3
sure, are going to
followers?
like country music.
Carla's no fan of the country. I'm no fan of the country.
Hey,
Growing
but I'll
up,
tell you what, I'm a fan of Carla.
Ooh,
hey,
truer
that makes
statements.
that makes at least 2 of us. I'm
What?
just kidding. It makes 3 of us. She's the best. She's
Yeah.
the best. She's the best, at least out of our pair.
You and she?
Out of me and she is the
absolutely.
best.
Oh, yes. That is
Undebatable.
a pet please.
please.
I'll say Carla is my pet, please.
Oh,
Aw.
Elliot.
But
And you're
not
her
my
That's
pet.
peeve?
I don't want that to sound
No, that's.
I mean,
like
it
an
depends at
ownership
the
kind of
timing.
situation.
You know,
Right.
after a good shower candle, maybe.
Oh, God, not that.
You know, I think I've heard more feedback about my showering
So
habits.
what's the consensus? What
The
have we-
consensus is you got to try it. And I've heard a lot of people who say, you know what?
I feel like
Sounds
one
nice.
mishap though, and you can't do it again because your home is gone because
There's
it's
no-
open
there's-
flames.
Burned down.
If there's any place to spill a
Rubble.
candle, tell me a better place that you can spill a candle than in a shower.
The ocean.
Same
I
idea.
can-
It's wet.
I concede the point.
If a problem happens, guess what? It's going to go out.
Okay, here's a rare one for you, audience. Elliot, you are correct.
Oh.
I have never been more excited than this moment right
This
now.
is the part where I hope the country music just swells up and overtakes
Oh, I
that
can-
whole conversation.
I can. You know what? The funny thing is, if I can keep kind of tweaking my skills with audio editing, there might not be any buzz at all.
There might also not be any me and Chad in the pod either. It'll be just an
That's a
hour
nice thing.
of Elliot.
We're like very much fumbling our way through this experience.
Yeah,
so
we're
thank you for
learning.
coming along
Yeah.
with us as we go through this.
Much appreciated. So,
Yeah.
but if you don't hear a buzz and you're like, I don't hear a buzz,
That's
you're
awesome,
you're
yeah.
welcome. I did what I
Kind
could.
of wish we didn't show our cards so early then. Like,
Yeah,
we can fix that in post.
Hey, it gives us something to talk
Yeah.
about.
We or
Oh, Elliot, are these
Hi.
my notes?
those are your notes.
Ooh.
Oh, your notes
Well-
are actually underneath all the.
Those are your notes.
Underneath your phone.
My notes are on the computer.
My
So,
comments.
but yeah, so we invested heavily. We look good. We look the part. I
Trying
hope,
to
I hope we
at least.
sound good.
You know what? We didn't even say who we are or what we are yet, so feels a little late. But
Well, we're
also
picking up.
necessary.
We're picking up more and more followers every week. So
Yeah.
we are.
Thanks, Chad.
I'll
welcome.
tell you what. We are. I am
I'll
Chad.
tell you what.
I just said I am Chad.
No.
It's an aspirational
I was looking at
pod.
Chad.
He's getting the wrong white guy mixed up in this thing.
So I'm Elliot, aka the Bearded Beauty. That was a nickname I didn't give myself, believe it or not.
Who are you?
I'm Caitlin. I don't have a nickname.
No
yet.
nickname? We're gonna have to work on
No,
that.
yeah,
Best
hey,
hair
hey, yeah, throw,
in the
throw-
organization.
Throw some suggestions in the mailbag.
What's the mailbag? What's the address for it?
It's illtellyouvhatpodcast@gmail.com.
Nothing grates on me heavier.
In big development, Chad and I now have the password.
You always had the
We
password.
have the password, so we can answer your emails, and we can do
All
just
right.
as much as Elliot can.
What's the second best looking person at the table's name?
I said my name was. Oh,
Oh.
No, you're the best looking.
Oh,
Okay,
right,
I
right,
thought
right.
that was like real
Right.
shade coming out.
You, not
my
me.
name is Chad Richardson, the Straw Man, coming at ya.
The straw man. I thought
I
you
don't
were.
know.
What's the
Old
name that was on the
Birch.
Old Birch?
Old Birch.
It's Chad.
I
Old
tried,
Birch.
I
Richardson.
tried to get
You should
Old
wear
Oak
that.
Richardson to be a thing, and our friend Frankie was like, "Nope, that doesn't fit. We're gonna call you Birch."
Yeah, I don't like
but
Old
no,
Oak.
birch trees, they grow in pairs, don't they? So it's nice. You're like a
They're
pack
like
animal.
whole
Yeah,
colonies.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, they're like clones
They
of each
grow
other.
in pairs.
I think so.
I think that's really cute.
Yeah, it's
I like
sweet.
that.
I might have just made that up, but I'm pretty
Do
sure.
they? This is gonna get weird. Do they help each
literally-
other reproduce? Like, is it like growing in pairs, like as brothers, or
I
is
think it's like a root system, and then like they're actually the same plant.
Yeah.
Wow.
But our audience can look that up and
Hit us in the
write
mailbag.
in.
This is not something I
It'll
was
tell
about.
you what podcast@gmail.com.
Yes. How do birch trees
While
grow?
I would hope that people do continue to write in. We've actually been getting a lot of pickup on the Gmail, so thank you.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about the birch trees. I've heard enough already.
But just to
Ooh.
clarify for the people, though, Elliot, apostrophe or no apostrophe?
There's never been, nor I believe will there ever be an apostrophe in an email address.
I think there's been plenty of
Well-
apostrophes in email addresses.
I don't think that's true.
Ooh.
I don't think that's an allowable
Yeah,
character.
I've
Hey, if-
managed email.
If you know or have
groups.
any thoughts in the mailbag for illtellyouvhatpodcast@gmail.com, let us know if you know anything about apostrophes and email addresses.
Yes, can that happen?
Our-
Any of our friends out in the IT biosphere?
Our audio
Biosphere.
listeners, I feel like I should tell you, I just rolled my eyes as hard as I could.
He almost
All
passed
right,
out.
I didn't check what time it was when we started, so I don't know how long we've been doing this.
Today's episode is brought to you by Landlord Wine.
but Landlord Wine.
When you like to pay your rent and then get a bottle of wine, try some Landlord Wine.
I'm picking up-
Effervescent,
It's delicious.
I'm picking up notes of cherries,
locally
um,
sourced.
rubber tires,
Yeah, old newspaper.
old newspaper,
Yeah.
and
Now they're just being mean.
no. Have you? So there's a
that's a thing.
there's a movie on Netflix called Somme, SOMME, short for sommelier,
Ooh,
and
sommelier.
it's like these four dudes that are going through their like master sommelier exam, and some of the notes they pick up sound disgusting, but it's like they're eating or drinking the highest end wine in the
The
world,
noble grape.
and they're picking up notes of like
Oh.
dirt and like
Yeah.
rubber
What do they call
Okay.
that in wine? It's like the terroir.
The nose.
The
no,
tannins?
like the
Tannins.
soil that it
Tannins.
grows in. That's like
I don't know.
That's what makes wine.
I'm
wine.
out of my element.
I didn't watch the
elements?
documentary. so
Wine?
you wouldn't know.
That was
But good movie recommendation, Elliot. I appreciate that.
funny. We would talk about movies this week. So the little hint that we gave earlier, this episode is timed specifically because when you're listening to this, if everything stayed on schedule on our side, mere days away are the Oscars.
The Oscars.
Yeah.
The 2019 Oscars.
Hostless, right?
Hostless.
You know what? We could take the job.
Oh,
Like if
I
they
tell you
offered it
what,
tomorrow, we could make it work.
If we have somebody can send this along.
Who was it? Like the worst? Was it like Anne Hathaway and James Franco
Oh,
or
because
something?
they were like James Franco was high the whole time,
Yeah, I
and
feel
it was
like-
very
Can you blame
visible.
him?
we could potentially do slightly better than they did, or not much worse.
I would be flop
I
sweating
would go with that.
Right?
Yeah.
the whole time. I would be so
Yeah,
nervous, but you
yeah.
know what? I'd rise to the occasion.
You would.
Hostesses with the most.
This
right here. So, mere days away. You should be hearing this on Monday. This coming Sunday, wink, is is the Oscars.
The Oscars.
So we figured for this episode, our main topic would be discussing and predicting the winners of some various categories. Now,
Ooh.
the twist to this is
Dun,
we've seen.
dun.
Thank you. I don't need to add a sound effect now. The twist to this topic, we have
That's
God,
the
he's
twist
twisting.
sound effect.
we have not seen most of the movies. Best picture, best actor, best
Majority,
actress.
yeah.
We haven't seen them.
I've
No.
I've seen probably the most
Chad
out
saw
of the crew.
some.
So.
You and I.
Well, Chad.
Not many.
Chad is a member of AMC
Yes,
Premiere.
AMC.
Stubbs
It's
Premiere.
Stubbs A-list member at AMC.
I'm never
My
gonna
wife
be
and
an
I.
A-list member of anything.
I mean, you can for $20 a month. You can be an A-list member as well.
So I was a member of the precursor to this, which was MoviePass,
Yeah.
until it literally imploded
Yeah,
as a company.
set itself
Do you
on
think
fire.
that was by virtue of your membership, or
I think they said Elliot Haney's a member. We got to shut down.
Close it down.
So Chad's ability to see, what is it, 3 movies per week? That's kind of the deal.
Yeah.
how many do you typically see?
Not that many.
Okay.
We've seen we'll go to like 3 movies a month. Is what
That's a
what we've been
lot, yeah.
averaging, and it's still that saves us.
Like 2 movies.
It pays
worth
for
of-
itself
yeah,
after
yeah.
1.4 movies.
Now,
Do you get any deals on popcorn?
you do.
Oh,
You get a free size upgrade. You can IMAX is included, 3D's included.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can
With
skip
no-
a special
with no
like
surcharge or-
concierge line.
Oh,
Elliot,
Elliot, that sounds
movies.
like something you'd want.
I
like,
love
to
the movie
separate
theater.
yourself from the masses.
Let me
like,
tell you, I
people
love-
watch you walk in ahead.
I adore the movie theater experience.
Yeah.
I
The
love
magic
it so
of the
much.
movies.
God, thank you.
Elliot is getting irritated.
I'm
with
not getting
my-
irritated. No.
It's been a long week.
I had to cut out some sections of the last week's episode where I did get irritated. I didn't want to have I don't want people to think I was like that. So,
But we know you're like that.
well, it's okay.
Oh. I'm jesting. He's not always like that.
So I do love the movie theater experience so much that when I did have MoviePass and I could go to, back then it was 1 movie per day, no limits. You could just see
Wow.
whatever you wanted.
It was the
That'd be
premier
great if you were like
opportunity.
unemployed.
Well,
Yeah.
I haven't been unemployed, but I would go to movies by myself often. And I because Carla works overnight, so
Right.
it's a Tuesday night. She's working overnight. I have a really nice movie theater walking distance from my house, so I would go to movies alone by myself a lot, and it's like enjoyable. You walk in the theater and there's like 6 men like spaced by themselves throughout the theater, and you walk in and you look around, and you see a guy and you give him a
You're
little,
like, "Hey,
little head
Doug."
nod, and it's like it's understood that it's just a bunch of like lonely men with no real friends, and their wives are working, so they're in the theater. And I called it the Lonely Husbands Club.
Oh.
But it was enjoyable. It was like a nice experience.
Yeah.
It's not a sad thing.
Yeah.
I enjoy the movies.
You know what I used to love to do when you would now they have these like reserved seat movies.
Oh, yeah.
But back in the day you could like do like the double feature. You would like sneak in
I
to
have
like
never
a
done
second
that.
movie.
I've never done that.
Now you can't.
Caitlin's the badass over here.
I was
No.
too much of like a
Rule follower.
yeah. I've always followed rules, generally speaking.
Well,
So I've never done the double feature. I never snuck into an R-rated movie.
Ooh.
Really? Never?
So real quick,
Not that I can
what
think of.
size describes you? Elliot sounds like you might be a square. Yeah.
Thank you, Chad.
I'm a triangle because I'm so obtuse.
I-
Or maybe I'm acute. That was a wink sound.
That's
right
getting
there.
cut.
Oh.
Maybe not. We'll see. We'll see what
It's
happens.
cute.
I liked it.
Thank you,
Okay.
Caitlin.
You're welcome.
All right, so let's get into the Oscar predictions.
Let's do
Oh, wait,
it.
we forgot to clap in the beginning.
Oh yeah. He hates it so much.
Thank you.
So much.
That'll help me.
Wait, so you mentioned that Chad has seen a lot of movies.
Yeah.
You and I, not so much.
I've seen
But
3.
yeah, I think I did too.
Total, I think.
I saw like the beginning of the alphabet of these movies for some reason. But we did prepare for this.
We prepared.
show. We're not coming in blind,
No,
guys.
we're not coming in blind.
We're professionals. About 20 minutes ago, we watched all the trailers.
All the trailers for at least the Best Picture nominees.
Yeah, so our assessments are going to be on that 45 to a minute and a half.
Yeah, we
Sneak
didn't even watch
peek.
all the trailers.
No, because we were like, I'm not really interested in that one.
The trailers are roughly 2 to 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
We watched
We
about
watched the
40 to
snip-
60
we
seconds
watched
of
the
each one.
snippets.
We got the feeling, however, there were a couple, and I'll bring them. I'll mention this when we get to them.
Yeah, I took notes.
Where I really connected with the trailer, and we watched the whole trailer, and I was like, I need to see this movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, there were a lot of trailers that I watched, and I was like, I have no clue what this movie is about.
Well,
now.
I think
That-
trailers
that's
nowadays.
They're more
some of them
teasers.
give away literally the
much.
whole plot.
Yeah,
Some of
yeah.
them are just like, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
Come watch it.
Okay.
You know.
Mm.
So let's start
Let's dive
by
in.
listing who the Best Picture nominees are, and I think what we should do is start from kind of like the flow of the show. So, like, frankly, you can listen to this along with the Oscars. We're going to start with
Oh.
like the quote less important ones. So we'll start with
doesn't
like
make them feel great.
Best key grip.
we'll start with animated picture,
Nominations
and then
go
we'll go to
to-
cinematography, and then we'll work up through best supporting actor, up
Okay.
through best actor, and then finish with best picture.
All right, well, buckle your safety belts, folks. This is
Hold
gonna
on, it's going to be a wild ride.
be real bumpy.
So, first of all, let's just go through who the best pictures are, so that
Okay.
we're on a best.
Yeah, if we're
we have
I
good
mean,
keeping
baseline.
everything
tabs
is
on the way
best.
up, who may be like building
Oh,
their
okay.
nomination.
Yeah.
I wasn't listening when you described just now what the plan was, but now
There's literally
I'm
3 of
figuring it
us
out.
looking at each other. Our only job is to listen to each other.
I know, but then I started thinking about something more
You're
interesting.
preparing for the next
Yeah.
conversation. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is in alphabetical order. It's not based in order of what we think is going to win. Best Picture: 1. Black Panther, Black Klansman, Bohemian Rhapsody, The Favorite, Green Book, Roma.
Roma.
Thank you. A Star Is Born, and Vice.
Okay.
So
Alpha order.
that was alphabetical order.
Yep.
So we watched those. What is that? 7, 8 movies. We watched those 8 trailers.
We did.
That's
yeah,
all we
did.
watched.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So now that we know that's where we're going, let's start
Let's
with
pull it back.
let's start with best animated feature film.
Now that
Ooh,
we've
yes.
listed those 8 movies, let's talk about
Something
6
completely
movies
different.
that aren't on that
Well,
list.
I feel like if you're watching the Oscars, you know what the best pictures are. So we're just
Yeah,
we're
they
just
like
creating a
view them
baseline.
right.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So now, real quickly, I'll go through the best animated feature nominees.
Okay.
Okay. We got
The
Incredibles.
nominees are
See,
Good touch.
We could host.
Good touch.
Yeah.
Best animated feature film: Incredibles 2, Isle of Dogs, Mirai, Ralph Breaks the Internet, and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Now, have any of us seen any of these movies?
Not one.
Not one?
No.
No, I have not.
Okay. I've seen Incredibles 2, and I've actually seen Isle of Dogs as well. I've never heard of Mirai.
I think Mirai is like the
Mm-hmm.
paper lion
Okay.
thing.
That means nothing to me.
I know what my
Didn't
vote
help
is.
me at all. I want to say something about Incredibles 2.
Yeah.
Was
You
it
guys-
incredible?
Well, okay. I am supremely affected by expectations in a movie,
Sure,
right?
Sure.
Yeah.
By the trailer.
I heard before I had seen this. I saw it. I think I actually saw it on an airplane, so it wasn't in its ideal situation. But I had heard so many good things about Incredibles 2 that I went in thinking like, oh, this is gonna be better than the first. Because a lot of people said, is it better than the first? I think it might be. So I went in with that expectation,
On the plane?
not in advance of the plane.
Okay.
So I went in thinking, it's going to be incredible. Get it?
Your vocabulary is?
Good.
Very good.
But I didn't think it was that good, and I think I didn't. It's not that I didn't think it was good, but it wasn't as good as I had hoped, and I think I was a victim of the expectations that
That
were
makes
put
sense,
onto
yeah.
it.
A victim.
In contrast, Solo, the Han Solo movie,
Oh yeah. You heard it was trash.
I heard it was junk. So I went in expecting it to be junk, and I was pleasantly surprised. So
nice.
when there's a movie I'm really excited about, I do my best to like kind of go blackout on it,
Yeah.
so that I can go in without having an
Yeah.
expectation.
That's
Can
fair.
I make a little bit of a confession?
Please.
I feel like for a few years there, I sort of had to pretend, or I chose to pretend that I was a Star Wars fan in front of you all, because I know you all are. And I've literally only seen one of the movies.
Which one did you see?
The one we saw in the movie theater.
You've only seen the new ones, like episode 7?
Yeah, absolutely.
With like
Ooh.
Adam Driver and...
Yeah, that's the one I saw.
Well,
There's some work to do.
I know.
one of my future episodes I was hoping to
for
do.
years, I have not wanted to tell you all.
Okay, well,
I know.
you know.
I mean, Elliot's more the fan. I'm a
Yeah.
casual.
Right.
Yeah.
One of the rules of this
knowledgeable
pod
person.
is utter honesty.
Yeah.
Right? So
I
What are
never-
we, cows?
I did, yeah.
absolute
Aw.
honesty. So one of my future episodes, I'd like to just discuss the Star Wars movies.
Ooh, we could,
All right,
we
I'll
could
be
do like a
sick that day.
two-parter. We could like
Yeah.
talk before, make her watch all like 9 hours.
And like everyone wanted to like talk about it
Yeah.
afterwards, and I like.
Yeah.
It's a
had to, like,
cultural
make it
touchstone
up.
of our
Yes.
generation. So, you know.
Animated series.
Yeah.
I think the Into the Spider-Verse is
Yeah.
a strong contender.
Yeah.
It won the
Yeah,
Golden
people
Globe.
love that.
So it has a bunch of different kind of animation from all across the world.
Right. Yeah.
Is my understanding.
The
at
Golden
least.
Globe had the exact same nominees, and Spider-Man won.
Yeah.
And I think Spider-Man's a shoo-in. I think it's definitely going to be Spider-Man. I would say Isle of Dogs, though, was great. I really loved Isle of Dogs. I wouldn't say it's better than Spider-Man, even not seeing Spider-Man. So
Yeah.
take that for what it's
So
worth.
I
based
loved
off of
Wreck-It
nothing.
Ralph, but Ralph Breaks the Internet. I don't know.
I didn't see either. Okay, so we think, as I'll tell you what, we give our award to Spider-Man, Into the
Probably.
I
Spider-Verse.
didn't even vote.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ooh.
Well, it was two to none. So
Yeah.
what would you vote?
Well, see, originally I was going to vote for The Incredibles too, because I used to have a therapist who looked just like the older lady in
Oh
Incredibles.
yeah.
the really short one who makes the
Yeah,
costumes?
her name was Dr. Myers, and it used to incense her that I refused. I had this weird mental block, and I couldn't call her Dr. Myers, and I always just
Yeah.
called her by her first name and be like, "Yes, Joyce," and she'd be like, "Caitlin, I'd really prefer if you referred to me as Dr.
I am
Myers."
a doctor.
Yeah,
I've
like-
studied.
I'm so sorry, Joyce.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's
she
your vote?
retired though. Sure, Spider-Man.
I mean, you can vote for Incredibles, but the I'll tell you
Well,
what
then,
vote
no,
goes to.
I mean, you said it wasn't great, so
It was great. It just wasn't as good as
Incredible,
I had hoped.
right?
Are these predictions?
But I
are
love
these
dogs,
awards?
so maybe
what are
Isle
we
of Dogs.
doing here?
Awards.
Awards. We're
Oh.
giving our awards
Ooh,
based
giving
on
them.
what the Oscars are suggesting.
The whaties?
I'll give it to Spider-Man.
The Whatty goes to Spider-Man.
The Whatties.
That none of us saw.
Spider-Man.
So congratulations to Spider-Man.
Congratulations.
You've done well.
Yeah.
You've done well.
Yeah.
I think next we'll go to best cinematography
Oh.
Ooh,
because
a beautiful film. Okay.
I have the opinion that really the only one that we can actually judge semi-appropriately from watching only the trailers
Yeah.
is the cinematography
Agree.
category.
Yeah, but looking at
Because-
this list, we didn't watch most of these trailers.
Well, because okay, let me go through the list. We have Cold War.
Don't know what that is.
Don't know what that is. Didn't watch the trailer. The Favorite.
Tell you what, not a favorite.
Ooh.
I have things to say. Never Look Away.
Don't know what that is.
Never heard of it. Roma.
Roma.
And A Star Is Born.
A star.
So Chad,
is
you saw
born.
A Star Is Born.
Yes.
Was it beautiful?
Oh, it was. I cried multiple times throughout the movie.
Oh yeah.
But that could be the storytelling. It's not necessarily the camera work.
Well, I think-
Good point.
There's some good. Yeah. It was, I loved it. I pre-ordered
good.
the movie and I bought it.
Okay.
So
is
like
it already out?
Yep.
Oh.
We could watch it tonight. If
We could
wanted
literally
to.
watch
I'm
it.
into that.
Right now.
Well, no, we got to do the pod.
Well, we could pause the pod. So, for me, from watching the trailers, The Favorite I thought was beautiful.
Really?
Are you kidding
Really?
me?
I didn't. I kind of was on my phone during that one.
Full attention all the time, 100%
Yep.
of the time.
Yep.
So The Favorite, I did actually read about The Favorite that they, the director or the cinematographer shot the movie mostly with all wide-angle lenses and with all natural light. So the light you see is
Oh.
like generally the light that existed, like window light coming in, and outdoors they did just the sunlight.
Kind of like the way we film the pod now.
Well,
We don't
you
have
know.
that big light anymore.
yeah,
I
we
loved that
we
thing.
trimmed down a little bit, but I thought The
Mhm.
Favorite, like all the shots were so wide, so you really got to see the interiors of the space, which is like that beautiful, I assume French,
Yeah,
maybe
so
English. I don't know.
I couldn't put it together. Were those supposed to be like real life queens or just make believe?
I think they were
Because again, the trailer didn't really
not
give us
royals.
much to
They
work
were
with.
nobles.
Oh, they
Maybe.
were.
I don't
Oh,
know.
I thought it was a queen. I think
I
it's
thought
like
it was two.
It's like a queen and her
And ladies
daughters.
in waiting.
no, it's a
cousins.
no.
Do you guys watch The Crown?
Lovers?
I haven't
So
watched The
good.
Crown.
So good.
Lovers.
That's my understanding.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't pick that up from the trailer.
Ooh.
Well, I thought it was beautiful. I thought the shots looked great. I thought the sets were incredible, and I know that's not cinematography, but the way they photographed the sets
Yeah.
looked
That's right.
amazing
Well,
to me.
I think Roma has to like.
Yeah.
It's one. It's just black and white, so
Right,
there's part of
right.
that. But
Roma.
Roma.
I was
and
gonna
it's so
pick that
much
one
fun
too.
to say.
The first
Yeah.
couple seconds of that trailer just like put me in the place of that movie.
Yeah.
Like those shots were incredible.
But I'll
Yeah.
tell you what, that trailer, literally no idea what that movie's about.
Not a clue.
Yeah.
There was gunshots. There was love. There was somebody
Fire.
washing
Somebody
sidewalk.
mopping a floor.
I think it's like
Yeah.
a sense of place piece.
Oh, okay.
So
Wow.
I don't know. So my vote personally would go to the favorite based on trailers
So
alone.
your favorite is
the favorite.
the favorite. Nice.
I'm going with Roma for my vote.
Caitlin?
Me too.
Okay.
So
So-
the Whatty goes to Roma.
Next on the list would be best adapted screenplay. We're not equipped to make
No, I
that
don't wanna
judgment
do
based
that
on
one.
based on trailer.
I'm going to go to A Star Is Born
okay.
because
Well,
I know it's an adapted screenplay because it's been a movie multiple times before.
true. Third time it's a movie.
Yeah.
Fourth time if you count the Bollywood version.
Oh.
Well,
That's another wink sound effect coming at you.
you know what? We're an educational pod too, not just conversational.
Or
We are an
again, you
educational
can
pod.
feel free to check fact me and no, not fact
We're
check.
also now a movie review pod.
Ooh.
Okay, so we are now into the actors and actresses.
Oh, the meat.
I am going to go least important to most important. So I'm going to start with best supporting actor.
Oh, good move, Elliot.
Yeah.
Smart.
How do you
I
like
see what you did
I
there.
know, I know.
You see what I did there?
I was like, oh, we're going to have to edit
Yeah.
this. Okay. Good job.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Let me read the list. Best supporting actor goes from, in no particular order, Mahershala Ali.
Well, it is in a particular order. It's alphabetical order.
I guess you're right about that. All right. So in alphabetical order, Mahershala Ali for Green Book, Adam Driver for Black Klansman, Sam Elliott, A Star Is Born, Richard E. Grant, Can You Ever Forgive Me, and Sam Rockwell in Vice.
Okay. Okay.
Ooh.
I want to make a quick note from the trailer for Green Book. I don't understand why Mahershala Ali is not the best actor.
I think that's like a controversy that's out there.
As according to the trailer,
Yeah.
it's about him.
Because the other dude is
Viggo Mortensen.
Yeah.
I think the story
Best
is told
Actor
from the
nominee.
perspective
Okay.
of Viggo Mortensen's character, but I also
Okay.
have not seen the movie.
Right,
and
right.
do not
We've only seen
know
the
that.
trailer.
The trailer. Yep.
Based on trailer alone, I'd give Mahershala Ali the best actor
I mean,
Oscar.
I love him. Yeah.
He's incredible.
Have you been watching True Detective, the new
I have
season?
not.
I think it's good.
I haven't.
I haven't seen any of the True Detectives.
Oh.
Is it a worthwhile?
Not the second one, but the first one is good,
Yeah.
and I like the third one a lot too.
Yeah, I do plan to get into it. So
Yeah.
that was my only question: is
Yeah.
why is he a supporting?
Well, you're asking the questions that are
So,
on people's
I just
hearts
wanna
and
put
minds.
that out
We
there.
do want to know. Yeah.
The dude looked incredible in the film.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm giving it to him.
so you're just straight in
Right
going to
out
give
the
it to
gate.
Mahershala
Yeah.
Ali.
Yeah. I
Okay.
really like him.
Based on the trailer, he was incredible.
Yeah.
Chad, you look like you have thoughts.
Well, I just know. I think I'm probably going to land there. I do want to give a shout out to Sam Elliott getting his first Oscar nomination for
Really?
A Star Is Born.
First one. How old is he?
Feels like
He's
Chad did a lot more
70
prep than
something.
we did.
I also Google sends me information that I'm interested in. And I think his response when he found out that he was nominated, he's like, it's about fucking time.
Good for you, man.
I mean, he's been acting for what, like 70 years?
Just so long, yeah.
Roadhouse.
I do
Star
love
is Born.
Chad. Can you give me a little bit of
Other
a
stuff,
Sam
I don't
Elliott
know.
impression, if you could?
Ooh, I don't know if I
I feel like you're the only one with a tenor to actually simulate the Sam Elliott.
How dare you,
it's,
Elliot.
it's actually interesting because for A Star Is Born, Bradley Cooper tried to imitate Sam Elliott's dialect and had to learn how to lower his voice.
Chad did
I'm
way
doing
too
it
much
wrong. I'm
Well, he's-
doing it incorrect right now.
Remember, Chad did tell us he cried multiple times during A Star Is Born, which
Yeah,
I
that's
support.
not
I'm a
unusual,
sap.
though.
I
Yeah.
cry at a lot of movies. And
I-
sometimes Katie will like look over at me and she's like, "Really? You're crying at this?"
I've known to cry during a film. I just haven't seen A Star Is Born, but
cry,
once I do,
cry at movies all the time.
I'm probably
going
gonna
to
cry.
Commercials.
okay.
Yeah.
We're not talking
Girl.
about A Star Is
There's
Born.
like a dog in
We're
it.
talking
Oh my
about the
God.
best supporting actor.
Oh yeah,
So
Mahershala Ali.
Yeah.
okay,
Wow.
that's two.
So
frankly,
he
it's
takes it.
3 from Mahershala Ali.
Unanimous.
I do want to give a quick shout out, maybe a runner up to Adam Driver
That's not
in
the
Black
way this works.
Klansman.
Yeah,
Ooh,
he
I
was
do
great.
need to see
yeah.
that. Yeah.
I did see
he
Black
was in that
Klansman.
Star Wars movie that I saw.
He's the big bad,
Yeah, the
And
baddie. I
he's
like when
the-
people call the bad guy the baddie.
the big baddie.
Yeah.
But yeah, Adam Driver, I thought was he's. I've never seen him be bad. He's incredible in everything I've ever seen. You ever see
Mm.
Patterson, the Amazon movie where he's a bus
No.
driver in New Jersey?
No.
Bad movie, boring movie, but he was so good in it.
Cool. So the Woody goes to Mahershala Ali.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Okay. Next.
We should have had little awards mocked up.
Well,
Ooh.
I know. Would
you
have been too much
know,
work.
maybe I'll graphically just do like a little
Oh, cute
pizzazz
idea.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it
Okay.
because nobody watches the YouTube. We are available on YouTube.
We are.
I'll tell you what podcast. Search it in YouTube. It's there.
Spend a
All
lot of time
right.
setting up the video.
We really do. If we didn't care how we looked,
All pain,
We would-
no
we
gain.
would have been done hours ago.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so next on the list is Best Supporting Actress.
Nice. Okay.
Okay. What we have on here, we have Amy Adams for Vice, Marina de Tavira for Roma.
Roma.
I surely pronounced that incorrectly. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Carla. We have Regina King for If Beale Street Could Talk,
Mm.
Emma Stone for The Favorite, and also Rachel Weisz for The Favorite.
Rachel Weisz.
Notice I said it, Weisz.
Yeah.
I've seen none of these.
Same.
I do, however, I think this is a kind of a shoe-in.
Shoe in.
For Regina King.
I think Regina King is going to
Yeah,
have
I
it.
really like her.
I'm just checking the Golden Globe Awards
She did
now,
win
and she
that,
won for
yeah.
the Golden Globes.
Oh, shoe in.
But I do know, I heard this today because I did a little bit of research too. The BAFTAs, which are the British Oscars,
AFTAs, yeah.
Mhm.
she wasn't even nominated.
What?
Not only did she not win, she wasn't even nominated.
Who won?
I didn't go that far.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
saw
You
the
read the
controversy that
headline,
Regina
yeah.
King didn't even get a nomination.
Yeah.
Which, the Oscar predictors are a little bit like, what's going to happen? She won the Globes, not even
Yeah.
nominated for BAFTAs.
Wow.
Granted, that's in Britain. I don't know. But
I feel most of these are like movies made in America, right?
generally,
But
yeah.
then, so it's kind of weird that there's like a British
Yeah.
thing for
Well,
America. Well, whatever.
Rachel Weisz is British?
Are they all international films in the BAFTA?
No.
Yeah.
The best picture nominations are the same or close
No,
to
but I
the
mean,
same.
do they call them? No, international
Oh,
films.
at the BAFTAs.
Yeah.
Is everything the international
Yeah,
category?
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how big the film industry in Britain is.
Yeah, I
I
know.
have no idea as well.
All the British actors, I think, are over here.
Coming
Have you ever
to
seen? Have you ever seen like
America.
watched a movie in another country, like gone to the movies?
I've seen movies on TV
But
in
never
other
at a
countries.
theater.
I don't think I've ever gone to a
I
theater.
saw Iron Man 2
Oh.
in the UK.
I saw in Italy once Ice Age 2.
Ooh.
It was,
was
hard.
it dubbed in
No, it
Italian
was,
with
no, it
okay.
was you know what, I can't remember.
I remember when we went to Morocco
Yeah, it must have been dubbed.
a couple years ago. We walked by a movie theater, and the poster had non-English writing on it, and it was like really interesting to see it. So I didn't actually see the movie or watch it, but I've seen.
But you walked by the poster.
I've seen a poster in
yeah,
front of a
that's
movie
the
theater
same thing,
in
Elliot.
another
Yeah.
country.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
that's
makes
the
sense.
question we asked.
So
Yeah.
take that for what it's worth. So
Not much.
my vote goes to Regina King.
Same.
Same.
But I will say in the trailer, she didn't say a word.
She did.
Sometimes
Not the trailer we watched.
Yeah, she talked to her daughter, and she's like,
Yeah, I
what's
think
going
I
Was it
on?
her voice the whole time?
No.
I think I was
Like
on
we
my phone
we
again.
saw her, but I don't think we heard her.
Oh, you might be right. Yeah.
We definitely see her. She's like the underpinning of the whole trailer, but I don't think we ever saw her
Yeah.
like vocalizing.
Also, not sure what that movie's about. Looks great. Want to see it.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, but
I'm
I don't.
surprised, frankly, from the trailer
Based
that
on
it
the trailer.
wasn't nominated for cinematography too, because it was beautiful. The trailer was
Gripping.
gripping.
It's worth a see. I will say that.
You've
Worth
seen
a
it?
see.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I have like some feedback about it, but it's,
Oh, you
it's worth
saw
watching.
it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
and you've
it's good.
given it a pet please.
Yes, the story
It's
is like
it's an apprehensive yes.
well,
seems
it's,
like.
it's a complex story that's heavy. It's not like a feel good movie,
Gotcha.
and so
So not Ice Age 2.
mm,
There was some complexity on that one, I guess.
Ray Romano's finest work.
Yeah.
is that the one with the
Will-
global warming again? Ooh.
I think it was still like, will they get the acorn? Won't they get the acorn?
The
the age-old
timeless
tale.
story.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the B plot.
Yeah.
Okay, so for no other thing based on the trailer, I vote Regina King.
Regina King.
Yep.
Yes.
Chad,
The Woody goes to Regina King.
congratulations, Regina. We're very proud.
Congrats.
All right, next on the importance
Your
list.
award's in the mail.
Do you have our address? I couldn't find it.
Of course I do.
Okay, great. Next on the list is Best Actor. Now,
Best Actor.
we have Christian Bale for Vice. Bradley Cooper, Star is Born. Willem Dafoe at Eternity's Gate. Rami Malek, Bohemian Rhapsody. And Viggo Mortensen for Green Book. So,
Yeah, a lot of info here for us to decide on by not seeing these movies.
Yeah.
so it seems to me like the person who's the front runner is probably Christian Bale.
Oh, yeah, because he won the...
Utterly transformed himself for the role.
He's done that a few times.
He's insane.
Yeah.
He is,
I mean, I
yeah.
think he is insane.
He's literally
Yeah.
insane, and he's also like jokingly insane.
But it's
Yeah.
also it's interesting
Like
because
the fun kind.
he for the Golden Globes, the way that they organize their categories separate out comedy and music from drama.
Oh,
so
you're right.
which Vice I think was listed as a comedy. I don't think it was in a drama. Let me see
because
here.
what's it, the guy from Bohemian Rhapsody won
Right.
the acting award as
Oh,
well
'cause of the
there. So
musical.
like those two both have a Globe and now they're competing here.
Oh.
Yeah.
for the
So
role.
It's like
Christian
a round
Bale,
robin tournament.
Christian
kind of.
Bale won best performance by an actor in a musical or comedy.
That photo
So-
of him, could he look more upset?
So Vice was
Like, I've never seen a person do an actual frown. It's wild.
so Vice was a comedy according to the Globes.
That makes sense.
But
A tragic comedy, but yeah.
so watching the trailer, you have to really look to find Christian Bale in
Yeah.
Dick Cheney's face.
I thought the pretty... Oh, I thought you meant in the trailer. I'm like, he's literally the only
No, I
person
mean,
in
like,
the trailer.
You look at him and you're like, that's Dick Cheney.
Yeah.
But Christian
Yeah.
Bale gained like 80, 90 pounds for
By
the role.
eating pie.
Wild.
It's insane.
It's wild. So I'm looking at this thing that you have in front of you, like, well, now it
Sorry.
went away. Like headshots of the actors, Golden Globes. John C. Reilly, right? In that category.
Yeah.
Great actor, whatever that movie was, sure it's great. But then he makes this trash with like,
No, so Stan and Ollie got a Razzie this year.
which is a bad thing.
Yeah, it's the
Then
opposite.
why'd he get,
It's
then
like the
why'd he get
anti-Oscar.
nominated?
Well, maybe he did well in a bad movie. I don't know.
He's just like one of those actors that like literally lives life on the extremes.
I've never seen Step Brothers.
Don't worry. It's
I haven't either.
bad.
Oh,
Talladega Nights, fantastic movie. One of my favorites.
But wasn't he just in that like trash Sherlock Holmes movie with Will Ferrell?
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
Is it trash? Have you seen it?
no. But
It
it's
did
I saw
not.
the trailer and
it
I
did
didn't
not
like
do
the
well.
trailer.
For Caitlin, that's a pet peeve.
Okay, so back to Best Actor. We got Christian Bale.
Right.
He's the odds on to win.
I want to vote for a dark horse on this one.
Bradley
Ooh.
Cooper. He's a triple threat.
I don't really like it.
Oh, gasp.
I know.
He can get on nerves, but man, that trailer was good. And his voice. That was
Yeah.
his voice. It wasn't like
Yeah.
some actor that
He learned a lot. He changed. He had to like gain an octave to his voice for it and learn how to sing.
And also, he was a director too. So he's a
Yep.
director star.
and producer.
That's
and writer.
tough. That's tough to do. Rami Malek. I didn't see Bohemian Rhapsody, but
was good.
Rami
I
Malek
liked it.
kind of. I think he's a little weird. Like I saw
Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah,
Robot.
he's definitely
He's a
weird.
goofball in that, but like that's the character.
What's that show about?
Is it about hacking?
It's a group of hackers that. It's been a while.
See, I literally thought it was just
Really
like
good, though.
robots,
Really
like a
good show.
RoboCop.
So I have a process question. I need to go to the bathroom. Do we pause the whole thing, or do I just like sneak away?
No,
as
go
you guys-
quickly.
Okay.
I want to do as little editing
Here we
as
go.
possible. Just go.
Wait, so we're gonna keep going without
We're
Chad?
gonna try and keep going.
Well, Chad,
I mean, he's dead weight anyway. You know.
Elliot,
No. So
Team Chad.
So you didn't see any of these, right?
No, I saw Bohemian Rhapsody.
You see? Okay. So tell me about Bohemian Rhapsody. I mean,
mean,
Freddie Mercury
Yeah, I liked it.
A singular character.
Yeah.
Did he do Freddie Mercury justice?
I mean, I don't know a heck of a lot of the Queen story, but I
sure.
thought he was good in it. So I saw it over Thanksgiving, and I saw it with my parents because I was up there for Thanksgiving.
They
So
probably
it was-
loved Queen when they were younger.
Yeah,
Even
they were. Well, so
who-
it was
who
like a
didn't love
unique
Queen?
experience, like
Yeah.
being at the movies with my mom because she
Right.
literally talked in full volume voice to me during. I'm
That sounds
"This
like a
is
thing
too
Karen would
much."
do.
And just like the tapping of the leg, it just shook the entire row.
I'm not surprised in any way,
yeah,
shape,
it was
or form.
tough.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed it.
Okay, so you enjoyed it.
But would is he my vote? I don't know.
Well, you said you wanted to vote for
A dark horse, yeah.
The dark horse out of this
Willem
list
Dafoe.
is Willem Dafoe
Yeah.
as Vincent Van
Oh, go.
Gogh. Well, okay, so Carla, my wife,
Yeah.
my much better half,
Yep.
is a big fan of Vincent Van Gogh for I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's actually
Sunflowers.
pronounced Vincent Van Gogh. That's
Goff?
the true
He's
pronunciation of his
Dutch,
name.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mm.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But it's Vincent Van Gogh.
I always get confused between Dutch and Danish. Dutch is the Netherlands, and Danish is Denmark.
That sounds right to me.
Yeah. I feel good about it.
It sounds right to me.
Yeah.
I hear the pitter patter of Chad feet
Yeah, Chad's
coming here.
back.
So
We haven't voted yet, Chad.
get your thoughts in now, quick. So Willem Dafoe is a dark horse. He's not going to win this.
Yeah, but I don't know. He plays like bad guys in superhero movies sometimes,
Yeah.
right?
He was the Green Goblin in
That's what
the
I'm
Spider-Man
thinking
from
of.
like 01.
Yeah.
He was James
I remember
Franco's
that.
father.
Yeah.
Terrible. Well, it was good for the time, but did not hold up. That movie.
Oh, that Spider-Man?
Yeah.
I like emo Spider-Man. Was that number
that
three?
was 3, where he played the
Yeah.
flute and then like danced around.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen any
Oh,
since
you-
that.
you're
James
not missing
Franco one,
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So best actor, odds-on favorite Christian Bale.
Yeah, okay, I'm fine.
I'm
I'll
going.
give it to him.
I'm gonna go with the Bohemian Rhapsody.
You're gonna go with Rami Malek.
Yeah.
Did you see it, Chad?
No, not yet.
Oh,
Soon.
yeah.
I do want to make one quick note about Viggo in this, which I think
yes.
he should be the supporting actor anyway. I don't like his accent, his weird
Yeah.
New Yorker or whatever.
Yeah,
I see his face and I hear that voice and they just don't click,
I hear you.
and I can't connect with
He's
him.
usually more of a smooth operator.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
he was. I don't remember the guy's name, but he was the Lord of the Rings star.
Oh yeah.
He was the guy. He was the king.
Time 2.
Yeah, he was
Confession
also
number
in
2.
El
Never saw
Dalgo,
Lord of the Rings.
the
Never
horse
never a
story.
full one. And what I saw, I didn't like.
I mean, if you're gonna watch one trilogy, you watch Star Wars.
But,
Lord of the Rings is
trilogy, huh?
secondary to the Star Wars
Mm.
trilogy.
This is such a commitment.
It is a commitment.
Yeah.
It's 9 hours of films, those
Mm.
3. Okay, so I think we're... Sorry, tell
No.
me again, who you're voting for?
Rami Malek.
Rami Malek?
Mm.
Do you want Willem Dafoe in this one?
Yeah, why not?
Oh,
Ooh.
okay, we're going to split the vote here.
Never
Because I'm
watched
going to
that
go with
trailer.
Christian Bale.
Oh,
I
so there's
think-
no Woody?
I don't think we can give a Waddy here. Unless one of us can...
I'll hop on with Christian Bale.
I mean,
there you
he
go.
disappears into Dick Cheney.
Ugh, what a way to think of it.
Got too close to the side.
right,
I just
fine.
I'm picturing like silly putty, like.
I think there was a
Like
lot. Yeah.
all the putty on his face.
Yeah.
Too. Well, I don't... The thing is, I think a lot of it was real fat.
I used to
He did
love
gain a
silly
lot.
putty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember you would like stick it on the newspaper and the print would come off on it?
Yeah, I remember.
So fun.
That's
Did they still
fun.
make it?
But if you drop
Yeah,
it on the floor
definitely.
and get some
We should
hair
do
in
a
it,
toy
ooh.
review,
Ooh.
like an old time.
I can review some toys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay,
the,
Chad,
the
who does the
Woody
Woody go to?
goes to Christian Bale.
Congratulations, Christian! It's the greatest thing of your career. I think
Awards in the mail.
He's won an Oscar before.
I think so.
He
yeah.
won for
Oh, the
supporting. in
machinist or something.
He won in the
One that he got super skinny for.
I think that was the machine.
that was but I'm thinking about the
I'm gonna Google it in real
the
time.
one where he was the fighter, the Mark Wahlberg movie
Oh yeah.
set in Worcester. Was it Worcester?
Oh, the fighter.
Or Lowell.
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 Yeah,
I think he won for best actor in that one.
I think you're right.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Cool. So we're
And
near.
if you didn't, hit us up in the mailbag.
yeah, corrections, mailbags, advice, whatever you need.
Mm.
All right, so we're nearing the end. We have 2 categories left. We have Best Director and Best Picture.
What about the best actress?
Christian Bale has
Oh
2
my
middle
goodness.
names.
I'm sorry. I was reading.
Christian Charles Phillips Bale.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So Chad, let me. I was reading what Wikipedia defines as the important ranking. I forgot that we ranked the true importance.
That's right.
Okay. So Best Actress.
Best actress.
We have. I'm gonna mess up some
in a
pronunciations.
lead role.
This is for Roma. We have
Roma.
Roma.
We have Yalitza Aparicio for Roma.
Okay.
Glenn Close for The Wife. Olivia
Okay.
Colman for The Favorite,
Mhm.
Lady Gaga for A
Gaga.
Star Is Born, and Melissa McCarthy for Can You Ever Forgive Me?
Mm.
You know what's wild, right?
What's
so like
wild?
these act like a Lady Gaga, right? Like she looks like a normal
Sorry, it's
person.
Lady Gaga.
Sorry, Lady Gaga. She looks like
Thank
a
you.
normal person in A Star Is Born, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
and then
like
in real
super
life,
famous. So do you think that it works the other way? Like we could be Lady Gaga. Like Elliot, you could look like
I could put on a
Bradley
meat suit.
Cooper.
oh, you went that way. I thought you were
Yeah.
gonna say I could look like Lady Gaga.
Could.
Bradley Cooper for a time was like Bradley Cooper in The Hangover was for a time my style. Like that's what I wanted to look like,
Okay.
and I never quite got there.
For
You
our
just look
viewers
like a
and
cool-
listeners, Elliot used to be sexy.
You didn't
is
know me
what-
when I was sexy.
That's what I've heard.
You wouldn't have wanted to be our friend then. You would have
No,
been too cool for us.
it was like at 22.
Yeah.
I was at my peak.
Yeah.
That was a while ago. It was almost 10 years ago.
I'm going to say I peaked at 35.
He's not there
See-
yet, folks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
His best
Still
days are
climbing
ahead of
up.
He's
him.
aspirational. Good
Yeah.
job. We all should be.
A
Okay.
star will be born.
Ooh.
Star has been born but hasn't been
Oh.
bloomed.
Stars
It's
bloom?
it's just so
It's a-
far away. It takes a little while for the light to get there.
Oh.
boy.
Science joke.
Science. Science.
All right, I don't know who I'm going to
Okay.
vote for in this one.
Best to best actress. Back to best actress.
I'm going to go for Gaga.
I'm going Glenn Close. She's like old. She's really talented.
She
She
did
probably
win the
hasn't won one of these before.
Well, let's check the Globes.
So Glenn Close won one of them.
Okay. Well, for musical or comedy, Olivia Colman won for The Favorite.
I like her. You know why? I like that show Broadchurch. She's in that, right?
Oh yeah.
It's
I-
like
I don't
BBC.
know.
That's where I recognize her from. Okay.
And so for
Whack picture of
for-
Lady Gaga, by the way. That is the weirdest.
for best performance by an actress in a motion picture drama for the Golden Globes was Glenn Close for
Yeah,
the
I'm
for,
gonna
the,
give it
for
to
the
her.
wife.
I'm gonna give it to her. It needs a part. It's like a birch tree. She needs 2 awards together on the shelf. So yeah, you bring that back.
So it's
around.
looking like Glenn Close or Olivia Colman. And you're going Glenn Close,
yeah,
Caitlin.
I
I'll go Glenn Close.
I will support you because I don't think I've
You
ever
don't have a
seen
dog in the fight?
anything about the wife. I've never seen the trailer. I don't know what it's
yeah.
about.
Well, I asked, hey, should we watch The Wife? And you guys went, nah.
Yeah, we don't need to. I will say though, The Favorite was my pick for best cinematography.
I'm shocked by
so
that.
there's
All right.
there's a little
So
bit of
we're going
support
with
for
Glenn
Olivia
Close?
Colman. Yeah.
And the Woody goes to Glenn Close.
Congratulations, Glenn.
Beautiful. Glenn, we're very proud of you.
First of all, her name's Glenn. Like, that's cool. Glenn with 2 N's.
I like her
She-
from
she had to work
101
through
Dalmatians.
adversity.
Yeah, it's just a cool name. I wish I had a cool name.
I always thought
Do you think she's better when she's Glenn Close or Glenn far away?
I can't laugh at that.
I'm
Oh,
not-
come on, Caitlin. You always laugh at my joke.
that actually reversed me. It made me sad.
He's like, I'm going to turn this smile upside down.
Doing that Christian Bale frown.
All right. The second to last category is Best Director.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Okay.
Director.
I'm going to say the director and then the movie. And this is in alphabetical order by movie.
Oh,
Ooh.
curveball.
Interesting
Okay.
twist.
This is we have Spike Lee for Black Klansman. We have
Mhm.
Powlinski.
I mean, that's a name.
Is that how you would say
That's
that?
a firsty lasty.
Yeah. Powell Powlinski. Pawlowski.
Yeah.
For Cold War.
We didn't watch that trailer
This is
either.
a tough one. We have Yargos Lanthimos for The Favorite. Alfonso Cuarón for Roma.
Roma.
Thank you, team. And we have Adam McKay for Vice.
Also, snub here. No Bradley Cooper, even though the movie was nominated for so many other
That's-
categories.
That is a bit of a snub.
Mm-hmm. He did an interesting interview with Oprah where she asked him about that, and he's like, I feel like I let everybody down because the movie was good, but like I just didn't carry my weight. I was a bit embarrassed.
But if the movie was good, didn't he by definition carry his
I
weight?
don't know.
That's
It's an
literally
interesting.
the definition of fishing for a compliment.
Yeah, a little bit. That's kind of my move. You know?
Yeah.
Very much so.
We
All
know.
right, so we've only seen one movie on this.
Yeah.
Cold War, it's out of my running. Never even heard of it.
Yeah, we didn't watch the trailer.
So that director, I can't say her
Snippet.
name, didn't see her movie.
Is it a woman?
Goodbye. I don't know. Let me just do a quick little click. I don't want to be out of line here. It's a man.
It's a man.
He's 61 from Poland.
Hmm.
So there's some information on Powell. Pawlowski.
What was the first one that you read?
Spike Lee, Black Klansman.
Spike Lee.
I'm
Spike
voting
Lee,
for Spike
yep.
Lee.
It's going to be Spike Lee or it's going to be
hope so.
Alfonso Cuarón.
Yeah, I
hope
think
it's
so.
Spike Lee.
I think it's going to be Alfonso Cuarón. I think the movie
Okay.
Roma,
Which you have not seen.
it got a theatrical release for like a couple days only to be considered for an
Yeah,
Oscar.
they do that now.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
Netflix movie, but to be considered for an Oscar, you have to be theatrically released.
Right.
Right. So, it was a passion project where he didn't care about the money. Like, I don't think it made much, if any, money.
You don't think that he sold that to Netflix for big bucks?
I'm sure he sold it, but
Yeah.
I don't know how much it
Do you
cost.
think you get there's probably they're like structured all sorts of different ways with Netflix, but like you get like a royalty thing, like watch, like the number of people who watch.
I'd hope so.
Yeah.
So to look on the bet makers, what's it called when you make bets? Your bookie? The
Yeah.
bookies?
Ooh.
The bookies are betting on Alfonso Cuarón. Alfonso Cuarón is also the director of one of my favorite movies, Children of Men. You ever seen that?
Oh, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
with,
Yeah, I think I've seen that.
Clive Owen.
Yeah, yeah.
What a movie.
Whatever happened to Clive Owen?
He's doing his thing, you know?
Which
So you
means
have
not
no
making
idea.
movies.
I don't know what he's doing. That's what it means.
But we're not making predictions here. We're
picking our
giving
faves.
awards.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
You're right.
You're right. You're right.
Spike Lee.
Spike Lee.
Come on.
I'm gonna go
guys.
with Alfonso
Crooklyn,
Cuarón.
Okay.
Do the right thing.
No, that's all right. Like,
I'll also say that Golden Globe Awards gave it to Alfonso Cuarón,
yeah.
and Spike Lee was up for it. I will say, in Spike Lee's favor, I saw Black Klansman. I didn't see Roma.
I thought Black
Roma.
And I
Klansman
literally
was
didn't
great.
have to pay a penny to see Roma, and I still haven't seen
I
it.
know.
That's
Whereas
right.
Black Klansman,
You
I
know
chose to see.
You know why the thing with Roma? It's the subtitles. So I have a hard. Let's see. This is
You're
why.
not a fan of other cultures.
No, I am. I
Ooh. Is
what
am.
you're saying.
I am Elliot. But like,
Yeah,
I also
Elliot.
I like to be on my phone. So
You don't like to fully commit to a movie.
No. So this
You
is
know,
the
it's
reason
a
why it took
passive
me like a
experience.
year and a half to watch a season of Narcos, which is great. But
All right.
I'm
So
not
we got
good. I'm not
Are you-
focused attention. If you haven't
Right.
figured
Caitlin.
that
Are
out
you
yet.
sticking with your guns for Spike Lee?
Spike Lee? Yeah.
I'm on Spike Lee. So
I'm on Alfonso, but so I think I'm ultimately the Oscars are gonna side with me. But where does the Woody go to?
the what it goes to Spike Lee.
Congratulations, Spike.
Congratulations.
This might not be true. I'm gonna have to look this up.
If
This
Spike
is.
Lee's real name is Spike.
I don't think Spike Lee has ever won an Oscar.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah, so I think
Yeah.
there's thought that this it might be his time. Like it might be his time
It
to
has
finally.
to be. Come on. He's like one of the greatest filmmakers.
I totally agree with you. He did Malcolm X. Do the right thing. She's got to have it.
You're just literally reading the list that's in front of your face right now.
Come on.
All right. So we got the best director. Now it's time for the big money shot that people came here for. Is that the other channel? Sorry.
Okay, for our final category, the category of the night, we have Best Picture.
Dun, 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 dun,
That
dun.
went longer. So the this is listed, as you might remember from when we did this the first time, in
Alpha
alphabetical order. We have Black Panther, Black Klansman, Bohemian Rhapsody, The Favorite, Green Book, Roma,
Roma.
A Star is Born,
Roma. Sorry, Chad.
and Vice.
Mm.
Now, I didn't keep track of the awards we've given already. Like, there was some stuff for Vice.
No,
there
this
was
is
some
just
stuff for Green
single
Book.
category. They're all
Right.
mutually exclusive.
Okay, so which movies have we collectively seen?
Black Panther for sure.
Yeah, we've all seen Black Panther.
Black Klansman.
Black Klansman.
Nope.
I saw Bohemian Rhapsody.
You did.
Nope.
I
And
did.
that's it. Oh, and A Star is Born.
I've seen A Star is
Chad
Born.
saw that. Yeah.
Okay,
not
so
me.
we've seen roughly half of these 8 movies.
I feel good about that. That's better than most of the other categories.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say I wish the Oscars had done a popular movie category. Did you hear about that little
No, that
controversy?
they were considering it. Yeah.
They launched the popular movie category, which is like Jurassic World,
Ugh.
Black Panther, like those kinds of movies, like
Yeah.
big box office
Yeah.
blockbusters. But there was outcry pushing back against it.
Why?
So
People are the worst.
they cut that category,
Oh.
right? Because a movie like Black Panther, like The Avengers, like Jurassic Park, traditionally
They could be in either They could be in.
well, they don't traditionally get nominated for
Right,
Best Picture
right.
because they're thought of like as popcorn movies. So I appreciate Black Panther is
I
the
thought
first
Black Panther
movie.
was such a great movie.
It's the first movie of its kind, a
Yeah.
comic book movie
yeah.
to step above that that category of blockbuster
Yeah.
and actually be considered as a best picture of the year.
I don't want to cut off the conversation, but I'm just letting you know I'm voting that for my Woody.
You're voting for Black Panther?
Yeah.
I can get on that
I thought
wagon.
it was excellent.
I think it's tough for me to choose between these because I mean they're all
Right.
good films, or I
Yeah.
assume because they're here. What I've seen of them, I've liked.
I am not going to vote for Black Panther.
All right, that's fine.
I thought it was incredible.
What's your vote going to be for?
Well, I don't know yet. Let's talk.
Let's talk
is,
about it.
if
Sorry,
there-
I know. I just wanted to get it out there.
If we're going to talk at length about any category, it's this category.
Yeah, sure.
Black Panther, incredible. And I'm actually, believe it or not, I'm not the biggest fan of like comic book movies.
Oh, I thought you were.
Like I'm into it. I'm excited about the whole Avengers like world, the Marvel Cinematic
yeah.
Universe.
Yeah, how they all tie together.
But I don't sprint to see it on opening night. Like
Yeah, I'm not
that's
a comic
Star
book.
Wars for me, but it's not Marvel.
Yeah, that's clearly.
You know, I
neither
never
for me.
read comics, the Marvel comics growing up.
Mm-hmm.
But Michael B. Jordan as what was his name? The bad guy. Killmonger, yes.
Yeah.
Incredible and
Yeah.
super ripped. Like he looked great, he acted great.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Those little dot things.
The thing I didn't like about Black Panther is the thing about a lot of Marvel movies is the ending fight ends up being like another version of the hero, like the good hero and the bad version of the hero fighting each other.
Yeah.
So it ends up being kind of uninteresting to watch that battle. And I'm talking physically only, not the emotions behind it, but like the physicality of the fight. It's basically a Black Panther type character fighting a Black Panther type character. So there's a little bit of like...
Your mom just texted you.
My mom said hi.
She said, no, she did a wave emoji and then said, how are your teeth?
Well, I had 2 cavities filled yesterday. I took a bunch of ibuprofen so that I could
And he's
perform
still-
on the pod.
He's still here
Some
on the pod.
ibuprofen
We
and
thank
some
you, Elliot.
Landlord Wine, our sponsor for today's podcast.
So that's my thoughts on Black Panther. Incredible, but I felt the ending was a little anticlimactic just based on the fact that
Okay.
I felt like the ending battle was just kind of 2 CGI characters punching each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know there's more to the movie than that. I
Right.
understand
That's right.
that. It's an incredible movie, and we're finally, there was incredible representation
Yeah.
of a movie entirely unlike we've seen before on a popular stage like this.
Mhm.
I just felt the ending was a little bit of
Mm.
it didn't like reach this incredible conclusion for me.
Cool.
And knowing it's
That
part
makes
of a
sense.
larger story, the story was continued a couple weeks or months after in the next Avengers movie.
Oh.
So
right.
it's not a self-contained story.
Yeah, sure. It'll be a franchise.
I
of
can
course it's
advocate for
franchise.
A Star Is Born. I
Okay.
think it's stuck with me for like weeks afterwards. The soundtrack especially.
I gotta watch this movie.
I
man.
kept listening
Yeah.
to, and it's so like I find myself singing it periodically. And just
Chad, let me
like,
hear just
Can
a quick little line.
Tell me something, girl. Are you tired of this modern world?
Is that Bradley Cooper sitting across from
It
us?
feels like it.
Ooh.
I wish
I'll
I
tell
could.
you something
I
about
wish I
that
could be
Star
Lady
Is Born
Gaga.
soundtrack,
Yeah.
though. I think there's like a zillion people that have my Spotify password because you know how at the end of the year when you get those like your top songs of the year, the first 6 of them are from the Star Is Born soundtrack, and I have never listened to it at all.
Really?
It's Karen.
It's somebody. I don't
Karen
know who
took
it
your
is.
Spotify
No,
list.
it's not my mom.
Okay. So, Star Is Born.
Yeah. It will move you.
I can't wait to see it. I do want to see it. My parents have seen it multiple times. They went to the theater multiple times to see A Star Is Born. They love it.
Do they have
dearly.
Movie Pass?
They are also AMC stubs. They had a Movie Pass with me because I talked my dad into getting it, and then when that
And then
imploded,
you led him astray.
he moved to AMC.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he's like, we're never listening to Elliot again.
Um,
Damn it, Joyce, I told you we shouldn't have listened to the boy.
Also, more fun things about A Star Is Born. So there is a ear doctor. I don't know the technical word for the person.
I don't know.
Actually, Bradley Cooper's ear doctor. The dog that is in there is actually Bradley Cooper's dog. I feel like he wanted to make a movie, and he's just like, "Where's the stuff around the house?" Like he
Yeah.
needs to
he
make a
needed
movie.
people that would not charge too much. That's
Hey,
what he needed.
You guys want to know something that I learned this week that is blowing my mind?
I would
Speaking of ears.
love to hear that.
Sorry, Elliot just motioned to tell me to get closer to the mic. Did you know that 1, whales have earwax, and 2, first of all, I was like, whales have ears, and 2, you could tell how old a whale is by the amount of earwax they have.
So I guess they never clean it out, huh?
Yeah, well, that'd be a big Q-tip. Anyway, I couldn't come. I was shocked by that.
The more you know.
Mhm. It's an educational pod.
So I think Vice, although it had some great performances, I don't think it generally. Frankly, I'm surprised it's on the list because I didn't hear any huge fans of the movie itself.
Well,
Just the
part of
performances.
part
Yeah,
of
it's
the
almost like
challenge of it is-
it got the nomination because of the acting involved in
Yeah.
it.
The story is a tough one. It's similar to similar to the one that was about the housing crisis and all that.
Oh, Big Short.
Big Short.
Ooh,
That
Very
was
similar.
was a good one.
Yeah.
good-
I
Same
learned a
director,
lot.
Adam McKay.
Same, yeah,
Oh,
and the
that
storytelling
makes
is in the
sense.
same way.
And the
where
same damn cast.
It's a very depressing story
Yeah.
that like hurts you because it's about reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the story is told in a way that like brings you in, but it's also like you walk out of the theater going, "Holy shit!" Like that happened, and there are terrible people
Man.
to blame for it.
Okay,
right,
so
so
that's Vice. Black Klansman, you and I both saw.
I loved it.
Yeah, I thought it was incredible.
Yeah.
You told me, I didn't know this, it's Denzel Washington's son.
Yeah, he's the main
is the star.
character. Something Washington. I don't know his first name.
I'm going to look it up because he deserves it because he was
Yeah.
incredible.
Jason. It's not Jason.
Um,
Derek? I don't know what it is.
starring John David Washington.
John David. Yeah,
John
that's
Yeah.
right.
David Washington.
And,
Yeah, he's great.
So John David Washington and Adam Driver both played the
Great.
role of Ron Stallworth,
Yes, that's
a
right.
white
I love how he says that.
a white member of the KKK who
Yeah.
took down a small portion of the KKK.
Yeah, in Colorado
Um,
Springs.
Yeah. Incredible movie.
Yeah.
I loved it. I also
Based on a true story.
saw it on a plane.
Yeah, I saw it in the theater.
Ooh.
Two different places to see movies.
Yeah, I saw the theatrical release.
Yeah.
Is that what I would say?
So that's Black Klansman. Spike Lee, your vote for Best Director.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I love Spike Lee.
we have Bohemian Rhapsody.
Nah, I'm not voting for it.
Somebody I trust implicitly with movie opinions,
Mhm.
Johnny Vaught, our good friend, also the star of The Review with
Right.
Johnny Vaught,
Yeah.
available on YouTube.
See, some people are
so,
on YouTube.
Yeah,
Elliot.
if you want to see a real YouTube show, type in The Review with Johnny Vaught and watch his review. He did not like Bohemian Rhapsody.
Right.
Therefore, I don't like Bohemian Rhapsody.
Okay.
That being said, I do want to see it.
Yeah.
But-
you know.
But I'm predisposed to not enjoy
the
it
music was great.
because of Johnny. Well,
Yeah.
if you don't like Queen, get out of here. The favorite,
Not my
Ah.
favorite.
not a
not
favorite.
our favorites, although looked beautiful.
Yeah.
Green Book, I don't know anything about it.
I want to see it. Actually, bought a ticket to go see it, but then had to cancel. My wife got sick and just like we couldn't handle it.
See, that's what you can do when you're a member.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
A-list club. And they're like, we're gonna process your reimbursement, but I paid $0 for it because I was an A-list member.
I think there is a little bit of momentum behind Green Book.
Yeah.
It's had a rocky road to this point.
Sure.
Some controversies that I don't even really know, nor do I feel equipped to talk about them.
Right.
So we'll just leave that there. And I think the last one to talk about is Roma.
Roma.
Yet again, Alfonso Cuarón with Roma, the Netflix special. Roma is expected to win.
Is it really?
It is.
Wow.
It is expected to win. So Alfonso Cuarón is expected to win Best Director and also Best Picture. I can't vote for it because I haven't seen it. I think my vote would be split between Roma and Black Klansman.
Between what?
And
Black
I think-
Klansman?
What?
What did you just
Between Roma and Black Klansman.
Sorry,
Okay.
what one was that?
I'm not saying it again. You notice it.
say? Roma.
So I think based on the fact that I had every opportunity to watch Roma and I haven't, I have to give my vote to Black Klansman for Best Picture of the Year.
Oh, okay.
I'll hop on
Nice.
that bandwagon.
Oh, well, there we go. We have it.
We got one for Black Panther
Yeah.
and 2 Black Klansmen.
So the winner of the Woody goes to Black Klansman.
Congratulations, Black Klansman and Spike Lee.
Yeah.
Congratulations. And Adam Driver and
Good work, everybody.
Topher Grace.
Topher Grace.
Oh,
I'll tell you what,
yeah.
Topher Grace as
He was good.
David
yeah.
Duke.
Yeah.
What I really liked about, and this is kind of cinematography related, and I don't know if it was every time, but I noticed it in the trailer. Every time David Duke was on screen,
Yeah.
the camera was off the
I
horizon.
didn't notice that.
It's almost like the cinematographer was like, "This is an evil man. Let's tilt the screen a little bit."
Oh.
Ooh.
You
See,
know?
if I had known that when we
Yeah.
were in the cinematography category.
It was a little off axis,
Yeah.
and I don't remember if the movie was like that, but in the trailer,
Was the plane turning?
Ooh. All right, so that concludes
Wow.
our Oscar episode, at least conversation.
yeah.
There's a little bit more that we have to talk about in this episode, though.
Right. And
What would
folks
that be?
folks will see us on the stage when we host the awards this coming Sunday.
Oh boy, if only.
What else do we have to talk about today?
So we have this thing called a mailbag.
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 So the mailbag, as one of our fans wrote in and asked, what is the mailbag for? Now, it's for anything, really.
Yeah.
It's for comments, feedback, advice,
Directions.
but Chad, what else can it be used for?
It can be for either correcting or advocating for when somebody shares information on the pod and they are correct.
Yes.
That
So
is correct.
at the time of listening 2 episodes ago, because little secret, sometimes we record 2 at once.
Yeah,
you know?
we do.
Yep.
So we can't actually put feedback in the episode 4 for episode 3.
This is
Yeah.
a real peek behind the curtain.
I'll peek behind the curtain. Back
It's like country music in the background. You
Yeah.
didn't know it was there.
Oh my God! Did you hear those commercials earlier?
So back a couple weeks ago in episode 3, Chad brought up an oddity of
Yeah.
his home state. Chad, why don't you just
Really
really quickly
recap.
recap
in
the
Wisconsin, at a bar, a person who's under the age of 21 can be served an alcoholic beverage if they're with their parent.
Correct. And I still don't believe it.
I believe Chad from the get-go.
I mean, I've learned to believe Chad because we had quite a few people write in to confirm or to side with Chad.
They're
that,
like, you betcha.
you betcha.
that Elliot was just wrong, which I was wrong to doubt Chad, but I'm on the right side of history. It's a weird law. I'm gonna.
It is a
Enough
cultural
with the
thing, though.
grandstanding. Let's
It's a
just
cultural thing. Wisconsin was one of the last states to up the age to 21
Oh.
because it's just such a part of the culture. So I think they were very apprehensive, and the federal government pushed it forward with the highway funding to get the whole country
This
at
is a
21.
history
Got a little bit of history there too.
Yeah,
So
that's nice,
the more
Chad.
you
Thank
know.
I'm just going to read a couple of the statements that our people sent in. So Andy Dean wrote in. He started off with a bang. He said, "Chad was right.
Chad was right.
That's what I like to hear.
Any minor accompanied by an adult can buy and consume alcohol. The only state with such a permissive law. Texas, Ohio, and Montana have somewhat similar laws, but Wisconsin is the most permissive."
Mhm.
I like
Our
that
friend
word,
and yours,
permissive.
Sarah. One time, somebody told me I pronounced it wrong,
Yeah.
and now Sarah, I'm so sorry. I always second guess myself
Elliot just turned beet red.
because I know out of everybody, Sarah is listening, and I'm so sorry. Forgive me.
He's sweating too.
At this moment in this place where I'm at, I don't know if it's Robertson or Roberson. I think
It's the first one.
it's Roberson.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say that, but then I'm sorry.
How embarrassed are the two of you going to be if you're wrong?
We're not
We're not
wrong.
wrong.
Look who's talking.
I'm just joking.
We'll hear about it in the
Okay.
next mailbag.
Yeah, we're definitely
right in.
Sarah Robertson wrote in similar message. Even though the drinking age has been 21 in Wisconsin since
I like how she
1986,
bolded 21.
yeah, state law does permit an underage person to legally have a beer with their parent at a bar or restaurant. Chad,
Oh.
quick question for you:
Just a
Yeah.
beer.
Is it only beer?
Yeah, I had that question.
Can you get
too.
wine or liquor?
As far as I know, it's all that.
Everything.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my
Great.
understanding. But I didn't partake in this. I
Sure.
waited until I was 21 to drink with my mom at the bar.
Amanda Panciera,
Wisconsinite.
Friend of the pod.
a true. I mean, these are all friends of the pod.
Yeah,
but
that's
like
true. They are
Amanda,
friends of the pod.
big
Yeah.
supporter.
And a Wisconsinite. Yeah, that's
and
right.
a Wisconsinite. So we trust her implicitly.
Yeah.
Told us kind of a little bit of a story here,
Which I
Ooh.
love, by
yeah,
the way.
I'm big fan of it. So what Amanda writes, when my dad brought me to a new student orientation for college in Nebraska, we sat at a bar and tried to order me a beer. We were so confident, and the bartender was not impressed.
Oh.
He clearly didn't know about our law in Wisconsin. So she grew up a Wisconsinite and assumed this was
Yeah.
national,
Yeah.
and was turned away at a more rational state.
What? Whoa. I resent that last
Ooh, Elliot.
way that you slid
Chad,
that in there.
It's a crazy rule. I'm just gonna say it.
I
Also,
think it's kind of
I think it's kind of crazy,
Yeah.
you know, like people can go and they can fight for their country, but can't have a beer when they get home afterwards.
I mean, You're right. I think
You can go vote and
the
all
national-
the legislator and all that sort of stuff.
Are
But
you guys hearing the country music
I mean,
right now?
I want to support the troops.
you know what they're probably saying in the country music? I like having beer.
Yeah, they probably are.
I want to support the troops. I think 18 should be the national drinking age. I think it's kind of crazy. Chad, you're correct.
Elliot, if you stop talking for a little bit, we can hear it more. Hold on. It's kind of nice.
you got to love dead air on a
Yeah.
podcast.
Well, no, they can hear the music.
I'll boost it right there.
Yeah.
If you can, it's a cliched phrase, but if you can shoot a gun for a country, you should be able to have a beer. It's a little insane.
Yeah.
So there's that. Amanda does have one.
It's also a political pod.
We should get into
A little bit of
politics.
everything.
I have
Yeah,
a
we
lot of
should.
thoughts.
Yeah.
Amanda also wrote, now, I'm not sure if he was ordering beers for me when I was 2. I'll have to ask. Or, I'll try it myself when my kid is 2. Which,
Yeah.
congratulations to Amanda.
Yeah, congratulations, Tony and Amanda.
We're very proud.
And we're going to make you make good on that promise.
I thought you were going to say, we'll send you an I'll tell you what onesie.
Well, Amanda, I'd love to if Elliot lets us pull the trigger on the merch.
We might send out pre-orders, and if we can get a confirmed amount, we might make some merch.
Hey, if you're interested in merch, let us know in the mailbag.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Let us know what your favorite style of clothing might be or merch item.
I'm going to give you a quick little hint.
Just
It's going to be
t-shirt
t-shirts.
size. Yeah.
I don't know. There's a
And
big tank
stickers.
top.
Oh, I would
crowd
like a tank
of
top.
listeners,
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Summer
sun's
might
out,
be
guns
some-
out.
Yeah. Here for
That's how I live my life.
for the rays, the waves.
I'm here for the waves, not the rays.
Yeah.
I'm very pale.
Yeah.
So, I hope you were able to listen along as you watch the Oscars. Let me real quick.
This episode's going to be about as long as the
It
Oscars.
feels
Chad,
like it. I
nothing
think there's
is-
some editing we need to do, Elliot.
Oh my goodness. You're always
I'm
telling
like,
me I have
edit
to
your
edit.
beard.
What are you
No, that
doing?
was just mean. I was just trying to slide
Is
a
that
dig in there.
Is that your
I'm
shared
sorry.
calendar?
We're thinking the Oscars is February 24th.
Something. Sure. I don't
Oh
know.
my goodness.
Is it like
Yes.
national?
No. Yes. No.
Hey,
Yeah,
Google.
yeah, no.
Okay. Yes.
12th.
The Oscars are February 24th. So, please have listened to this episode
Yeah.
before February 12th, or else you would just wasted a lot of time. But you can
Or
go back
either-
and check
No,
our
no,
work.
You know what? Either way.
I think there's no time wasted when you're listening to the I Tell You What podcast.
All right. Chad, do you have our outro finished yet?
Of course.
Take it away.
You been told.
You've been told.
You told me.
Told ya.
Told ya.
Ooh.
You've been told.
Told
Thanks
ya.
for listening.
Told ya.
Thanks, everyone.
Have a safe week and a happy February.
Thank you again to our sponsors, the Landlord Wine.
Hey,
All
see you
right.
next week.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
It could have been worse, right?